I'm using a Pro limiter, which is part of the pack on the SXL, part of the Pro pack. What's nice about this limiter, which I really like, and I'm talking, so it's a bit erratic, but you can see I've got a loudness meter on the bottom of the screen there, which can give me, if I'm running music, for example, you can see you can monitor your loudness, you can look at your range, you can look at your true peaks, your integrated, your short term, all those lovely stuff that the broadcast guys nag about sometimes. But it's needed. Obviously, not so much of a tool when you're on a live stage, because the loudness is what you perceive as a range. And that's all sort of the direction I want to talk tonight when we're talking about onboard dynamics. If I'm filtering out, if you understand your frequencies, what is middle C? 263. So if I'm filtering in this case like to 250, I'm filtering everything from middle C up, which is left hand. And I'm not doing that because I don't like his playing. I've got other stuff happening, but I know I've done it. And on my EQ, I'm making it a little bit more edgy. So we can all agree that piano sound in a mix, because it's so edgy, it's going to stick out nicely. But what happens in 30 seconds is he goes to a point where there's an intro to a song. So he's going to play by himself. So I literally will do that, and switch everything off. But what's nice about the new function, I can do this. See on the screen there, I can get an aggressive EQ going depending on how hard he's playing. So for example, that looks like a hectic EQ. But what I've done is the EQ is not mixed in. So one of the new features on the SXL is a blend button. So what you can see there is the same channel still. You can see the EQ. You can see there's the fader if I move it. But you can see that EQ. If I touch on the screen there, you can see that. But there on the right-hand side of the EQ, I don't know if you can see there where I'm moving my finger, there's a blend button. So that EQ is actually not in. If I push the blend up, see that white line is how much of the EQ I'm actually bringing into play. So the EQ, I'm not switching. People say, okay, well, you can bypass the EQ, get the same effect. Yes, well, I've got on or off. But now what I can do, instead of EQing in or out, I can do this. And when he's playing very aggressively, I can bring the blend down. And when he goes and plays very softly, I can bring the blend in. I can really work that piano. Really edgy. A bit duller, normal. Unblended or clean. And that snap that I bring in, if that's all the way up, I can also do a bit of on the compression, because obviously I've got a different one. I'm going to take the compression one off. So if I then go in on that blend on the gate, so there you can hear it's a bit more natural, not so much snap. It's a bit more snappy by the time I get there, and I can do the same thing on the compressors. Got quite a thing in if I bring a compressor in. You can hear that sustain coming in. There it's quite snappy, very short. I'll bring in that sustain on the compressor.